It's a woman, Steph Curry.
Thank you.
She can shoot it better than me.
Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
Caitlin, congratulations on an amazing season. Rookie of the Year is a big honor. You deserve it. Congratulations.
After saying something crazy in his most recent interview, Nikola Jokic left Caitlin Clark completely dumbfounded. In general, this guy doesn't say much, let alone fling compliments like confetti. But careers change when he does.
Well, Nikola Jokic is the MVP of the league. He's the best player in the world. He's been the best player in the world for the last few years. You know who he has a shoe deal with? I'm going to tell you here in a...
And now that he's treated Caitlin like princess, all the phony experts who had doubts about her are rushing to Wi-Fi to remove their previous tweets.
Jokic, he had 23 points, came down to earth after dropping 36, 21, and 14 in game one. He had just 23 points and 9 of 21 shooting, but still had 17 rebounds and 12 assists, 3 steals. The man had another triple-double. He's sensational. Slow as a snail, can't jump onto a curb, big tub of lard, and you can't stop.
You may think I'm overstating things or simply trying to get clicks, but trust me when I say that Nikola Jokic doesn't say much, doesn't use Twitter, he doesn't make scathing remarks. When he wins MVP awards, he hardly even reacts. When he does speak, though, everyone pays attention. And then he started talking about Caitlin Clark. Static replaced the silence, went out of his way to commend a WNBA rookie despite being a two-time MVP, an NBA champion, and a man who steers clear of drama. Not just any rookie, either.
I was really in awe of the game, you know.
Pulls his head, knocks it down.
I'm saying men and women's college basketball, she's probably the most impressive.
One who has experienced constant elbowing, mockery, targeting, and skepticism. Jokic didn't emphasize her points or her logo threes, he focused on her resilience. He described it as one of the most amazing sights he has witnessed in a long time. That isn't complimentary. From a man who has built his whole career by blocking out the noise, that is a gold medal compliment.
I'm excited for her to be here. I think it brings a lot of excitement to the city, and a city with a lot of young talent already as it is, and adding her, she's one of the faces of women's basketball, and for her to be here and under the same roof, I think is really exciting for me, and I think a lot of people in our organization, and just look forward to watching her grow throughout the process, watching her get better. Looking forward to actually being able to cheer for her now. Now she's with the good guy.
He stated it after that point, 4 words, 1 line. She just engages in basketball, that's all. That's Jokic lingo for pure basketball without any drama or diversions. That kind of statement is powerful in a league full with stories and subplots, particularly from a man who destroys teams with little to no passion and no trash language.
I think she put up 2 feet beyond half court, so for me to see it in person, she's legit. She's the best, so she's the GOAT, so her skill set far exceeds it.
Let's be clear though, this was not work for charity. He wasn't giving compliments to appear encouraging or forward-thinking. Jokic perceived a genuine quality about Caitlin. The way she slows things down without being fast, the way she reads the game. Her patience, her ability to set up plays, and her total lack of theatrics, that's what drew his attention. This is the crazy part, it is reciprocal, because for months, observers have been drawing comparisons between Clark and Jokic. Real tape breakdowns. Not just attention-grabbing headlines. They both use their eyes to trick defenders. Both of them pause a moment longer than anyone anticipates. They both make defenses regret every choice they make by luring them into traps. The way they approach the game? Nearly the same. How do they pace it? Strange. The outcomes? Dominance that is straight.
Caitlin Clark, she's not the tallest. She doesn't have a crazy frame that, but she got women's basketball on lock right now. And she hasn't really been in a while, and a lot of people haven't seen a lot of it. Anything that happens with her is going to be magnified, right? Which is great for the WNBA.
Let's now discuss the twist.
According to reports, Nike had no plan to build a shoe around Jokic, instead focusing on Victor Wembanyama, the face of the brand's new air immersion space.
Arguably the world's greatest player, Jokic, never signed a legitimate Nike contract. He lacked enough flair. Not enough sneakers were sold by him. He was passed over by Nike in favor of flashier dunks and cooler names. In the end, he signed with 361 DeGruyers, a company that is hardly known outside of Asia.
And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot. You can shoot it.
In the meantime, Nike is essentially groveling in the hopes that Caitlin Clark, who wasn't even offered a Nike contract early on, will become the face they didn't even believe they needed. Clark recently signed an 8-figure contract. It's crazy. Nike is currently playing catch-up after making a mistake with Steph Curry and nearly making the same mistake with Caitlin.
I was going to say Caitlin Clark's been compared to you.
Yeah, but I think it almost robs her of like the rest of her game because she's such a good floor. She has an overall floor game. She's racking up close to triple doubles every night, and like her shooting ability is it's her super.
Poetic justice, that is. Despite being a generational talent, Jokic was once disregarded. Now, he is witnessing someone else break through the same wall with twice the speed and brightness of the spotlight. And he appreciates it because he understands what it's like to be the best but be ignored, to rule and still not make news. You're not prepared for how real this is going to get, I promise.
One thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
LeBron James is a living example of what it's like to enter a league where every fan, critic, and photographer is breathing down your neck. With more attention than any athlete of the century, he accomplished it at the age of 18, right out of high school. It wasn't only advised when he said to Caitlin Clark, "Put your blinders on, go to work, stay humble."
All the criticism and everything that's going on, fairly well. Like,
sure.
She never let nothing knock her off her square, man.
They got Indiana games.
Yeah. Like I just saw the interview when she was they asked her about not being on the Olympic team. She was like,
what a great answer she gave.
Great answer.
"You're walking the same fire I did, and here's the only map I ever had," he said, reaching across 2 decades of devastation. He'll be clear, LeBron doesn't provide his blueprint to just anybody. He's not out here mentoring rookies as if it were a charitable endeavor. He openly referred to Clark's response as great after witnessing her elegant handling of her Olympic snub. That's LeBron jargon for she's got it. No pleading, no pursuing influence. Simply by remaining composed when it would have been simpler to snap, she gained his approval.
I think she'll be fine, and all the stuff about the physicality and it comes with the league.
It comes with it, yeah.
No, you're a rookie.
Doncic Luka, distinct style. Sarcasm is ingrained in human nature. After giving you 70 points, he'll make jokes about it in 5 other languages. However, that changed when it came to Caitlin, and no ego, no jokes, I'm not as good of a shooter as she is. From Luka, that is crazy. This is the man who once made fun of a defender in the middle of a crossover and treats trash talk like a warm-up exercise. Nevertheless, he immediately gave it up when Clark's name was mentioned. Did she shoot her? Too wonderful for a clown. Without even blinking, he gave her the throne in the one domain he typically controls.
This level of notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be. I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on.
Then there's Trae Young, who isn't exactly known for giving compliments like candy, let's be honest.
It's crazy, 40 and 12, people don't understand, that's not easy. Scoring and then getting everybody involved, what she's doing is unbelievable. She was using her hang dribble just to read if she was going to be able to blow by her defender or not, and she was just doing step backs and side steps and dribbling in the lane, dribbling back out, and then shooting threes. But it started with her getting to the basket and just getting some layups, getting easy ones, getting some and ones to start the game. You could tell that she had a plan on what she was doing.
However, after Clark dropped a 40-piece with 12 dimes, he dissected her style of play as if he were watching NBA movies. It's chilly, technical praise, nothing like vibes or enthusiasm. He described how she literally ran her team's offense like a seasoned pro, reading defenders with hang dribbles, drawing them into traps, and adjusting spacing. That sort of analysis, only for legends. Because of the way she moves on the court, which not only impresses but also instructs, he gave it to her as if she already belonged in the club.
But I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. I hope they do great.
Here's the worst part. This was not PR gibberish. The newest star in the WNBA was not pleased with this basket. These were in-the-moment assessments from men who know what it takes to dominate a game at the top level. They weren't merely applauding from the stands as they watched the tape, they dissected her abilities and called it what it was, elite. Clark isn't just showing up, after all. She is redefining what it means to even show up.
From the range, the confidence, the flair, like, she's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot is, it's like that, it's at that level. If you really watch, like, her floor game is as impressive, so it's kind of the total package.
But the WNBA, while NBA aristocracy is out here tossing roses, the atmosphere is, to put it mildly, unpleasant. Snarky remarks, elbows, and enough shelter to keep the sun out. It's not nuanced. Veterans are known for making cheap shots in the middle of games, dismissing inquiries afterward, and throwing out attitude like it's Gatorade. Who's calling it out, you ask? Not the press, not the league, not the referees. The NBA players are the ones that have no cause to speak up but are unable to remain silent.
You know, I'm down. She was like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you.
On Angel Reese's podcast, Shaquille O'Neal openly acknowledged that he had doubts about Clark, claimed she was unable to deliver, declared that she would fold. And after that, she covered the court with bombs, receipts, and WS. What was said by Shaq? The reality is you'd in that exact manner, no backtracking or sugarcoating on enemy territory. A Hall of Famer who strives for greatness just accepted defeat and called it respect. Then, confrontationalist Patrick Beverley bluntly stated that Caitlin's hits aren't typical, aren't welcome to the league bumps, and aren't tough love taps. He described it as borderline dirty. And from a man who has devoted his whole professional life to harassing elite guards, that conveys a lot. The threat level is officially red if Pat Bev believes you are being targeted. What's more bizarre, though? Nothing at all has been said by Clark, and no callouts, no weeping news conferences, no social media jabs, just business and silent devastation. She walks back on defense as if nothing had happened, letting her game run wild. And that quiet, it's louder than any possible tirade.